Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Melissa with Lately with Mel, and today I'm continuing my Liquidation Pallet unboxing series with part 2. These are going to be boxes 4 and 5 out of the 11 boxes that came on my most recent pallet. So here we go with box number 4. This box seemed to be mostly things on hangers, so I went ahead and hung them up so we could look through them quickly. The first few items here were just Nordstrom house brands such as Abound and BP. Like I just said, these are Nordstrom house brands, so you can guess where this pallet came from. However, as usual, I don't share where I bought it or my cost of goods just because that is protected information for my business. In liquidation pallets, you can always expect to get a few damages, like this jacket here was missing the top snap. You can repair it, sell it as is and disclose it, donate it, or trash it. What you do with it is up to you. Speaking of damages, these True Religion jeans said that they were damaged. It took me a minute to find it, but it was the zipper. I can have that repaired if it's worth it, or I can just disclose it to the buyer and they can have it repaired when they get it. Sometimes people are gross. Like if your deodorant is leaving marks like that on store inventory, you probably need different deodorant. But anyway, I will clean that. That's just an example of some things that can happen. No big deal. I can fix it. So in summary, box 4 was basically a bunch of damaged things, some of them worse than the others. I have already gone through this and I've donated what I could donate, trashed what needed to be trashed. There's like broken straps in here, broken buttons. But the good news is of all of the 11 boxes, this one was the worst. And out of the entire pallet, I believe there was only 11 items that were totally beyond repair, like this dress here with that popped strap. There's really no way to fix that with the type of construction that is. So box 4, not the best, but hey, it's a gamble. Like I said in video 1, please excuse all of the children's clothing mess in the background there. At the time my pallet came, I was prepping for a children's consignment sale. So just so you know, I typically don't have clothes and children's clothes all over my dining room, but when everything happens at once, I do. I'm not sure what's up with this pair of Paige jeans because you can see they are new with a tag. Paige jeans are kind of expensive on retail, but they don't have a super great resale value these days. But anyway, it caught my attention that there is some puckering on the front, which is usually what happens with used pants if they got stretched out too much or if you washed them incorrectly. So I'm gonna have to look into this and see what's up with that before I list them. Also in this box were 2 very expensive things, a pair of a gold E or a gold E, however y'all want to say it, pants, and they put the security sensor straight through the leather on the front. So luckily I was able to remove it. Also in box 4 was an UGG rug. Yes, an UGG rug. It was the softest and most fluffiest thing I have ever felt, and I already sold this on Facebook Marketplace for $100 cash. So I went down to my office to remove the security tag from the Goldie pants. You can see it did leave a pin dot hole from where that was, which that kind of stinks, but I already listed these and I did disclose this damage in the listing with close-up pictures. By the way, if you do buy liquidation pallets, you do need to invest in one of those magnetic tag removers because a few things in each pallet will have sensors on it, and you can try all the tricks, but it's really just easiest to have the magnet. On to box 5, and the first thing that caught my attention was limited to. Like when I was growing up and I was a kid, limited to was a store in the mall. Why is it at Nordstrom? I mean, my kids are not old enough for me to be buying that for them, but I was very confused. So basically box 5 was a bunch of Nordstrom brand and limited to children's clothing. I do sell children's clothing in my shop. I also do sell on Kidizen and Facebook Marketplace and some Facebook groups where kids clothing does sell pretty well. Plus I knew that some of the palette was going to be kids clothes, but anyway, I'm not totally mad about it. I wish there wasn't as many kids clothes as there is, but it is what it is. It's just all a part of buying the palette. Imagine that, another broken strap dress. I hope if you bought that dress retail that your straps didn't start breaking, because it seems like a lot of them were. This sweatpants outfit felt very, very soft. I've actually never heard of this brand, but it seems to be pretty expensive retail. Like that was $98, so I'll have to look it up. This was what was layered underneath that little bit of kids' clothes that I just showed. I was happy to see in here that there was a pair of Spanx. I did open them up to make sure that they weren't used because that's gross, and they were perfectly fine. This dress, it had a hole in the mesh. I am really hoping I can repair this because it is a MacDougal. I don't know. I'm really not that fancy, but it is a very expensive gown, $798. So I will be looking into my options to repair that before I list that. I don't wear makeup, so when I see makeup stains like this, it's like, ew, why did you have so much makeup on that you left it all over the shirt? But anyway, I will have to wash that. So here's what is in the remainder of box number 5. And I thought it was really interesting that this was a Wrangler Billabong collab. Like that's way two different styles coming together, but it was kind of cute. This shirt caught my attention because it looks like something someone would wear to Gasparilla. I lived in Tampa for 5 years, and Gasparilla was a pirate festival. So when I saw this shirt, I was like, if I was still in Tampa, I would be wearing that to Gasparilla. And to round out box 5, we had a few more pieces of kids' clothes and then a box of general merchandise. So that will be wrapping up this video. I just wanted to say thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please give me a thumbs up if you did like this video. And please stay tuned for parts 3 and 4. See you soon.